People keep trying to send me these things and they want to go live, and I'm not doing that. No co-host invitations. 0. I don't do this TikTok stuff. I'm just trying to spread and give out the truth that was promised to you 72 hours ago. They promised that they were going to release it, so I'm releasing it. It's all coming out today, you guys. It's all coming out today. Caitlin Harden, Kevin Harden, Ivy, Grams, the Graham, Cheryl Graham, that secretary of the church who sold that house to Caitlin's father. Everybody, everything's coming out. Everything. Everything. For it was said that everything was coming out in 72 hours, so it shall be. Hi, Sheldon Nelden. You want outside? I have animals that are like, I still have to be a mom. Hi, honey. You want your foods? Hold on. Come here. Alright, there you go, Sheldon. There you go, Bundy. There's your food. No, I gave it to you. You have your foods. Sheldon. So cute. Okay. Hi, you guys. What's coming out? The truth about Joe Felz. His friend said that everything was coming out in 72 hours. Well, I have the truth. And so I've already been releasing it. I've made the whole investigative feed back onto the Holy Word. And it is only for the high vibrational beings that I was testing and meeting with personally these past few days. I gave them the 3 days, and I planned a new project, and I didn't tell anyone of what the truth of what that project was for. So let's start from the beginning.
Hang on for me.
Okay.
You have reached Paulding County 911. What is the address of your emergency? They called in this hours for the transfer 2960. Caller, are you there?
Hey, I'm at 290. 2 hours ago, but we have a client here that had committed suicide. It had to have been a few hours ago, but I'm looking at him right now. He's hanging in the tree.
Okay, so you think he's beyond all help?
He's dead. I just walked over there. I just ran over there.
You're right, Carrie. Hell hath no fury. Like the thirst of righteousness being scorned.
What is your first and last name?
Nathan Patterson. Hey, pull all the way around. All the way around.
All right, and is there a room number or something like that he's in?
No, he's, I think 1B. He was upstairs, but he's not inside, he's outside.
He's outside?
He is outside
Thank
in a
you.
tree.
Thank you, Jessica. You the best. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you for that. If I would have posted that, I get content violation. So thank you. Give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm token for a second. I want to gather my thoughts and not hurt people's feelings like they try to hurt mine, but when I'm ready to protect and I'm ready to defend, don't get in my way. Because if you do, you're yeah. And it's not going to be on purpose, but you got in your way. And if that is your choice to get in my way, it is your choice, not mine. All right, let me continue. I've just had to really gather my thoughts on all of this because I knew this was coming. I thought that they would try and at least prove themselves to be somewhat of correct and somewhat of an influence to trust, but they have lied and 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 lied about it. I've reached out to Candace. Her team has read my message, never responded about this, even though this guy that was attacking me was all over the whole Charlie Kirk case, and I'm pretty sure we have some real helpful information to give Candace, but guess what? Idiot, since you didn't want to help us, you're not getting the information. Like, all right, so I'm not even going to get into that, but I have everything I need without any of your help.
Okay, I'm just
For ya.
updating him real quick, okay?
Not for anybody new. Walk down there.
Only for my family. Only for my
Get over
extended
there.
family who cared and protected me during all of this. That's who gets inside the library. If you want to step over a dead man's body to get into the library, Joe Felz, you have to step over the entire body to even enter the library. All you want is the books. You don't care about whose name is the very first thing you see. You don't even give a damn. So no. If you don't give a damn about that, I don't give a damn about letting you in the library I created for his commemoration.
Okay. They've already been notified and we've received additional calls. Okay, what's your first and last name?
Nathan Patterson.
Dakota's obsessed. Dakota is in my comments on my posts. They're upset. You're not getting in, Dakota. You're the evil, and guess what? I gaslit your demons. That's why you're here. You revealed yourself, demon. I have control over you, and always have.
Okay, do you have his first and last name?
His name is Joseph Felz. It's Felg.
Do you know his date of birth by any chance?
I don't. I mean,
Okay.
if you want me to look it up, I can.
If you want me to look it up, I can. She asked you for fucking information. You the one that called 911. What the fuck you mean? If you want me to look it up, I can. Lazy fucking people at this fraudulent facility, and they also just got fucking promoted. Did you know that? They all got promoted this month after Joe Felz died. Promotions all across the board. But you guys just want in the library. You guys don't know any of this. You guys don't care that I'm spreading this message. You just want in the freaking library? No.
That committed suicide.
That library is not only a library anymore. It is now an investigative feed. If you're not in the library, you can't see the investigation of what I'm about to post everything to. Only the high vibrational beings who are going to actually do what God said and advocate for those who don't have a voice anymore have access.
It had to have been a few hours ago, but I'm looking at him right now. He's hanging in the tree.
Y'all didn't even know he was hanging in a tree. Y'all thought he was just hanging in a closet. Didn't know he was hanging in a tree. You didn't know that there's no obituary. You guys, it's been 27 days. There's no obituary for Joe Felz still. His memorial's complete. There was no funeral because the cremation. He was cremated. He was cremated. Did you know that? No, but you want to step over the dead man and come into the library. Loss of life is not important to you. You want to step over the dead man's body sitting in front of the library I built for him. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Okay, so you think he's beyond all help?
He's dead. I just walked over there.
I've been walked over there.
I just ran over there.
I just ran over there. So what the fuck is it, Nathan Patterson?
What is your first and last name?
Hi, Jesse. All right, so Jesse, I know you guys don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to bring you up here and I'm going to tell you what's going on.
Hey, what's the matter?
Hey, love. I didn't tell you guys the truth of what was going on and why I made the site. So do you remember when I was telling you guys the guy said he was going to come out with all the truth in 72 hours, the same guy that doxed my location? He didn't do it.
Yeah, I seen that.
He didn't do it. So guess what? I locked down the website. I put it up as the guise of a library that you all would want access to, and I blocked everyone from negative vibrations from ever accessing it because I needed people who would help me advocate for the dead that do what Jesus said. So that's why those who have access to the library now have access to a new tab that just became available to you this morning. It's called the investigation.
So you're doing the investigation again?
I never stopped.
Okay.
Nobody knew that. The enemy was watching me from all angles. I didn't know who was the enemy.
Right.
So if you remember that Discord call, if you were in it, there were 3 people in there, CS Mama and 2 other people. And I said, I'm not stopping. I meant it.
Right.
So now you can see who lied from this entire point on. Lied about me using a Cash App, lied about the GoFundMe, lied about everything about me, my first and last name, just lied about everything. Then said they were going to release everything about their friend in 72 hours. If you had everything then, why are you going to wait to release it? Where's his obituary? Why did you cremate, do his memorial service, and not even his obituary isn't even done?
Right.
You guys didn't give a damn about him. You guys, everybody who wanted to step inside this library, I blocked you at the door for a reason because I knew the enemy has deep connections. So if there wasn't actually anything to look at me for and it was just the books, I knew I could have high vibrational beings exist. And when I needed something of them, I had a better chance at getting it done through them than TikTok.
Right.
So now it's locked down. It's stayed locked down. Those who got in, you now have access to the permits to this address. The permits to this business that are not at this address. It was a fraudulent rehab. You can take them down with everything I'm giving you today.
Nathan Patterson. Hey, pull all the way around.
Who the hell is he talking to pull all the way around? You're not supposed to be messing with the scene. He's not talking to any of the people that are admitted in the program because they don't have a car. He's not talking to the police because the police haven't got there yet because on the other 911 phone call.
Where at? Like how far behind the facility?
Oh, if you come here, I can show you that.
If you come here. Obviously they weren't there because on that same 911 phone call that Nathan Patterson.
Look, I find you killed it though. Get over there.
Get over there?
Get over there.
Who are you talking to? Not only that, look at it.
Hey, what's your first and last?
Outside in a tree.
Oh, if you come here, I can show you that.
You hear her say the exact same thing on that phone call. So nobody was there yet. She said, if you come here, nobody's there. So who's he talking to? Who's messing with the crime scene? He saw the body 20 minutes before actually making the phone call and didn't call until she showed up. If you listen to what she says.
There.
Hey, I'm at.
Listen to what she says.
Ma'am.
County 911.
That was found. We're at a site facility. He hung himself.
That's 296 East. Is that 296 East Memorial Drive?
Yes, correct.
Is he?
Correct.
Is he still alive?
He is not alive. The
Okay.
doctor found him. I just came on to my sis.
I just came on. She's the replacement of the night shift. I just came on, and she's not even one of the behavioral techs. She's the nurse. They wait for the nurse to get there. Clarinay Ramirez is the nurse. They wait for the nurse to get there to even call the police. When Nathan saw him 20 minutes prior to her arrival. So who are you talking to around the body, telling them, pull around, get over there, get over there? Who are you talking to? Because it wasn't the people that are admitted to the facility. You wouldn't be telling them to pull around anything. And it wasn't the police, because the police didn't get there yet, because Clarinay is on your same phone call saying...
So he's in the woods? Where at? Like how far behind the facility?
If you come here, I can show you directly. Like on the side door, we can see him. We have a visual of him.
We have a visual. So what's going on? She has a visual. If you come here, means you're not there yet. And then let's actually get to the meat and potatoes of all of this, of what we have of an actual crime that they just wanted me to not talk about. That facility is fraudulent, okay? So here we go. If you don't have access to the Holy Word, take a screenshot of this. There's West Georgia Wellness. That is not 296 East Memorial. It has to be where the patients receive care, where the patients reside and receive care for this 30 to 90 day program. Joe Felz died within 24 hours of arriving at this place. And then not only that one, there's this one. What's this one? That's not 126 Hiram. That's the same place. There's only one of these businesses that exist. That's the CEO of it. That's not 296. Nor is that. Physical address. Business information. Here and here. Business information. Registered agent information. The registered agent doesn't have the same. Also, this year. Really? Really? So, if you want access ever to this library, there's only one other way to access it now. You need to report this address, West Georgia Wellness. You need to take this, a screenshot of this. You need this, a screenshot of this, because the actual address you're reporting, and you need to report it here today while they are open. So I'll say it again. If you want access to the library, you need to screenshot this, screenshot this, and screenshot this. And you need to report this address as a fraudulent rehab, because here you have this, the business search. You're about to have the license. Wrong address. It has to be where they receive care. That's not that address. So screenshot that and report this address to here because of this. And this. And this. Active compliance. Really? Really? Residential? But that's not the residence. This address is up for sale right now and empty for over a year because they've been trying to flip their properties during the freaking housing boom. So they were trying to bill millions of dollars from insurance companies for being a for-profit company while playing the property game in the middle of all this by just flipping houses, making it hard to track them. So, and then when the housing crisis fell, they just kind of couldn't sell the houses. So now they've even marked down the prices, even last month. Not only that, after Joe Felz died, after Joe's death, they have a whole wave of promotions in Caitlin's company at West Georgia Wellness, Hope Restoration, and Hope Harbor Wellness, all under the guise of Greater Hope Baptist Church. Sold to them by Cheryl Graham, who was on the secretary board of that church, to Kevin Harden, who is actually Caitlin's father. So if you're wondering if there's an investor behind Caitlin who's helping her and her partner get all these properties, because if you look at their Facebooks, they came from very humble beginnings. And now they're rich, 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 rich. How did that happen? So now, if you want someone to blame for this, you ask his family and friends who brought him to that fraudulent rehab, because we're pretty sure it was his brother Daniel and Brian and Alex all conspirating with this. But they won't answer. They won't answer. Alex won't answer me. She reached out to me and said to send her what I have. This girl, this horrible woman right here, reached out and said, send me what you have, please. Not a hi, not a thank you for helping, not a wow, what a fabulous library. Thank you for your sacrifice and the 20 pounds that you lost and all the sleep that you lost and everything else and those 100 hours of us attacking you. None of that. Just send me what you have, please, when they failed to shut me down. And this is my response. I have everything and you're not getting it. I have one question. Here's my phone number. Who took him to the house? She didn't read that. Instead, what they did was dox my location after that. So screw that woman. Yeah, they're all lying to you. They're all lying to you, and they have been. And then this guy, Brian, that makes you think that he's an investigator. Let me just reveal the truth about Chapter 11 bankrupt Brian. Let's reveal bankrupt Brian, who left the government 10 years ago and makes you think that he has any power whatsoever. Calls himself the president and CEO, but bitch is bankrupt. That's ego. That's pride. July 17th, 2024. You didn't want to say bankrupt Brian on here? Something more fitting? You want to put a misnomer? Okay, that's cool. Anyway, so listen, bro, I don't have to share anything with you. I'm doing this to be nice. Actually, just read number 2. To keep you from doing anything reckless, like showing up at any of these places or bombarding them with phone calls. Didn't do any of that. And then look, he says right here, we literally hunted down people in caves on the other side of the world, but bitch couldn't get my last name right. What's my point in all this? If I tell you something, then it is what it is. Oh, really? Just like you said, I was asking for cash apps when I'm actually negative $450 for the last 3 years in my cash app. And you can see my cash app transaction history right here, babe. Right freaking here. So, what was that, Brian? You want to sit there and you want to make these lies up and post lies and lies and lies. You know the internet is forever, you freaking moron. The internet is forever. You said that you were going to post all these findings in 72 hours and you didn't. So why I even got that message from Brian? I said, do you happen to know who transported him from facility to house while he was alive? Monday at 12:42. Look at Monday at 1 p.m. After he deleted the message. He unsent a message. And then I said, it said you deleted a message. Was it important? And this is the response. I don't have to tell you anything. It just blew up on me for doing a real investigation. The fact that you wanted, look at the bottom. The fact that you wanted to argue with me over who drove his body to the morgue, that is not what I said. I said who took him while he was alive to the house, and he dodged the question. And then I asked it again. So after that, at 3:10 p.m. on Tuesday, I said the big question is not who took his body, but who took him from the facility A to facility B on the 30th. Was it his brother Daniel, that attorney that works for Alston and Bird at that near location? And guess what? He never responded. He just doxed my location. Alex, at the same time as I asked that, Alex sends this and says, send me what you have. And you can trust me. I said, is this really Alex? Here's my number. I gave my number to Brian, gave it to her as well. I have everything. I'm not turning that into anyone. I have one question. Who took him there to the house? So you can see, I asked all of them the question, who took him there to the house? They've dodged the question. So guess what? Since you guys don't have the cojones to own up to what you did to Joe, we're going to make sure that house is going to tell on you, because we're going to make sure that house goes under. And then they're going to give everything about you away of who brought him there. So play that game. Play that game. Yeah, why don't you ask that? Just go blow up their shit today. Go on Alex's shit and just be like, or Joe Felz's or whatever, because she stole his account while having her own account. So why can't it be Alex and Joe Felz? Why is it Alex H from Des Moines messaging me while she inserts her crazy ass into all of his fucking profiles like some insecure ass bitch? This is the truth. This is what's real. And this is unfiltered. I'm so frustrated at them. So if you want into the library, report the fuck out of that house today. Everybody, mass report to the DBHDD. Right here. So if you want into the library, get ready to take some screenshots. Screenshot this. Screenshot this. Oh, not that one, sorry. This. Screenshot that whole freaking thing. You're gonna need it all. And then I want you to screenshot this. This is what address should read on those permits. That's the one where the 911 phone call came from and where the actual patients physically reside and receive care. That is the law. Georgia Dallas Law 82-10-1-0.5 through 8 tells you this. And so you'll report that to here today. And once you've made your report, you will confirm it to me on the live that you made your report. And you need to come up here and prove it. with either a screenshot of your call history, an email, or like whatever you did to send over this. We want proof. If you can provide that, I will give you access to the library. There's no more stepping over the dead man laying in front of my library to get inside of it. You're not going to ignore the loss of life. It's all over here. And it's just very dystopian to keep stepping over the dead man to get into the library without asking any single questions. What's with this dead man? Thank you, Queen of Taps, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I would do this for anyone and anything that has been done any injustice, and I have the ability to just do it. And that's what I've just been trying to show everybody for the past 3 weeks. You have to do something. And so now if you want inside the library, you have to do something. Thank you, Kat. I'm checking it out. It's not, I don't need help with an investigation. I've already did the investigation. I have the people's contacts of who I need to interrogate. They just won't answer. I've pulled out the information, sweetheart. I have everything on the church, on the guy that touched the children at that church. I have so much on their employees and how they're connected and how everybody, including the coroner, Lindsay Eberhardt, are all in bed together. The coroner herself, her real name is Laura Fuller. So if you want to do your investigation, do your investigation. I didn't. Use your contacts. Don't wait for me. Use your contacts and do your thing. I've given you all the information. I've given you Alex's page. I've given you Brian's page. I've given you his TikTok. Here's his Facebook. The same idiot who is only using clickbait on Facebook, promising you the answers and never gave them to you, calls himself an investigator when the idiot fucking quit the government 10 years ago and admits it right here. That idiot, Brian, calls himself an investigator and fucking isn't one. Idiot. Moron, can't even get your library to work, you fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Let me just take a breath. Down to what happened to Joe, down to them actually saying that everything's gonna come out in 72 hours. Did it? Do you remember him saying that? Did it come out in 72 hours? No. Thank you. Joe was cremated. That's what a memorial is for. They had his memorial 3 freaking days ago. He's cremated. He's already cremated. You want to know what's fucked up about that? He has no obituary yet. That should have happened first. There's still no obituary. Look it up today. Does Joe Felz have an official obituary? No. But he's cremated. He's already cremated. Memorial done, everything. Everything's done. But no obituary. What kind of fucking friends did he have? Horrible friends. Horrible friends. Anyone that ever called themselves a friend that's around him in his death or brought him to that house, that fraudulent rehab, shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah, go look it up. There is not a single one. You guys are welcome. I am not going to stop. They want you to think it was the I country, it was this, it was that. No, it was his friends trying to make money off of him. Because they lied to you. Marley, they lied to you. They wanted you to fall into the pits of the fire with them. And I tried to save you from it. That's all I've been here trying to do, is to save you from falling in the pits with them. Because I can see it. I can see everything. Even Nathan Patterson. You do not touch a crime scene before the police come up there and do all these things of whatever you think you were supposed to do. He admitted in his 911 phone call that Brian wouldn't release. Brian only released one 911 phone call. Why? Why? Because there was really useful information in the one that I just shared with you, and I'm going to share it again so you guys can hear it again. Because I'm not going to stop until all of this, till more people and more get to hear it and find out how dirty they are. Including Alex Wilson, Alex Janet Wilson. Nasty woman. Harpy. Harpy. So what she did to me, Harpy. So let's go ahead and play you those phone calls. Let's play you the one that Brian wouldn't post.
Hang on for me.
Okay.
You have reached
Paulding County 911, what is the address to emergency?
They filed in this house for the transfer 296 East Memorial Drive.
Okay, you said 296 East Memorial Drive.
All right, if you're going to complain, Kriya, while I'm busy and I'm doing something with your 0 followers, obviously you're blocked and you're not getting any access because you just created this account. You literally just created it. No, you're not getting access. If you're going to complain at me, let me do my freaking job, girl. There's a dead man sitting in front of my library.
Caller, are you there?
Evil ass
Hey,
girl.
I'm at 296 East.
Yeah, you hear that? When you go on the website, if you're an approved member, Holy Word members, family, high vibrational beings, listen to what I'm saying to you. I have the proof on the website. It is now under the investigation tab. Go click it. You will see 2 pieces of information that prove that 296, that address is not correctly filed. It is a fraud. So report it.
Says Memorial Drive. I have a.
If you want to know where to report it, go to my latest post and look into the comments. Look who posted the pictures of where to report, and I will show you again in this live.
We have a client here that committed suicide. It had to have been a few hours ago, but I'm looking at it right.
It had to have been a few hours ago, but you saw him 20 minutes before making this phone call, Nathan. Now listen to this next thing he says, his lie.
A few hours ago, but I'm looking at it right now. He's hanging in the tree.
Okay, so you think he's beyond all help?
He's dead. I just walked up.
Okay, so you think he's beyond all help?
He's dead. I just walked over there.
I've been walked over there.
I just ran over there.
I just ran over there. So you heard yourself say walk. It didn't sound good enough to you, so you repeated yourself and you said, I just ran over there. Liar. Just wait.
Okay. What is your first and last name?
Nathan Patterson. Hey, pull all the way around.
Who the is he talking to? It's not the police. You want to know why? Because you can hear the same woman that's on the police, that the one that Brian posted, you can hear her in his phone call saying the same thing on her 911 phone call, and we'll get into that in a moment.
All the way around.
All right, and is there a room number or something like that he's in?
No, he's, I think 1B.
You're the overnight person. You think 1B. Just wait. I'm putting this into your perspective. Yeah, that in itself doesn't sound like it's alarming, but listen. Joe is only there for a day. He was only there for 24 hours. Listen to this.
He was upstairs. He's not inside. He's outside.
He's outside. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that he was outside until you got the phone calls. He had ants on his body on the coroner's report. So that led me to ask the question before I got this. I'm like, was he outside? Because there were rocks involved and there were ants crawling on him.
He's outside?
He is outside in a tree.
Okay, I'm just updating him real quick, okay?
Walk down there. Look at somebody killed himself. Get over there. Get over there.
Who are you instructing to do what? First off, because the police aren't there. What are you doing to the scene? What are you doing to the scene? You walked over there and didn't sound good enough. Oh, I just ran over there. What did you do while you ran over there, Nathan?
Okay.
Because you didn't call the cops the first time you went over there. The first time you saw him at 7:30, you didn't call anybody. You waited for the nurse to show up. And here she is showing up. And she showed up, and that's when you made the phone call.
They've already been notified and we've received additional calls. Okay, what is your first and last name?
Nathan Patterson.
If you come here, I can tell you that.
You hear her?
Nathan Patterson.
If you come here, I can tell you that.
And he put it on mute right after that. You hear the click? She said to the police, if you come here, meaning they're not there. So who are you talking to, Nathan, around the body? Patterson of Dallas, Georgia.
Okay, do you have his first and last name?
His name is Joseph Felz. It's Felg.
Now listen to this. He knows his name. He knows his middle name. The dude just got there less than 24 hours. The dude knows his full name. You normally don't know someone's full name. You normally don't know someone's full name, but listen to this. He knew his full name.
Do you know his date of birth by any chance?
I don't. I don't. I mean,
Okay.
if you want me to look it up, I can.
What the fuck do you mean if you want me to look it up, I can? You're calling 911 to give them information. If you want me to look it up, I can. You work at a facility, dude. Did you hear the other girl, the other nurse? The fuck kind of person is Nathan? Listen to this girl. Listen to this.
I did not.
This is the nurse coming in, and you can hear what she's saying while the phone's ringing, because this is how it's recorded. Just listen.
Oh my! I need you to be on the phone with 911.
You have reached Palm County 911. We are experiencing high call volume. Please do not hang up. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
And that was found. We're at 296 East Memorial. That was found. We're at a site facility. He hung himself.
That's 296 East. Is that 296 East Memorial Drive?
Yes, correct.
Is he?
That's my favorite number, you guys.
Correct.
Is he still alive?
He is not alive. The
Okay.
doctor found him. I just came on to my assist.
I just came on to assist.
He was just found deceased.
Okay.
I have not gone outside. I'm staying inside with the patients, but I have a visual on him, and this is, oh my God.
Okay. Listen, hey.
So she can see him from the house, which Nathan Patterson saw him 20 minutes prior and didn't call the police from the house and said, oh, I just thought he was standing out there outside the facility by himself in the woods, hanging.
I've got this call started. I'm going to ask you a few more questions. This is not going to slow anything down, okay?
Okay. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're welcome. What is the phone number you're calling from?
My first name is Clarence, spelled Claryne. Last name is Ramirez, Ramirez.
Okay.
I have her
And what
license.
is-
I have her medical license and everything.
The closest intersecting road to where you're at there on East Memorial.
I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even sure. I'm just so, shell-shocked right now.
Okay, that's okay. Hey,
You hear him? I'm at 296. He's now calling. Did you hear that? He's calling because of her.
okay, that's okay.
After he had already been ran over there, walked over there, whatever he did over there. Listen,
Hey, so,
you hear that? I'm at 296. Did you hear that? Did anyone hear that? Did anyone hear that? My volume's all the way up. Did you hear that? Listen, it's very low.
okay, that's okay. Hey, so what's
He waited till she called. Now wait.
the name of the facility that you're at?
This is called West Georgia Wellness.
At 296 East Memorial Drive, West Georgia Wellness. Well, that's not what's on their files. Says, when you go on theholyword.com and you download them now, where's my freaking mouse? Here it is. You go here to investigation. Boom. Let's go ahead. You download. Boom. Boom. Here's your permits. That is not 296. The agent information should not be the same as the business information. Regardless, that's not what's important. Look at the license. Look at the license. When you look up the license has to be where the patients receive and where they receive care and reside. That is not 296. That is when you actually Google West Georgia Wellness. This is the address that pops up and it shows the house that they were at, but that's not the real address. It's hidden. It's all hidden. When you actually look at West Georgia Wellness and you look at the Google Maps view, it's a brick building. It's not the house, but they put the pictures of the house on Google to confuse everybody. And that's why they're able to get away with stuff like this, because they use it under the guise of saying, oh, it's to protect the patients. So that's how all these people are able to make these for-profit $1 million a month insurance billing companies. And not only that, just wait. We're not done. Not even close. Not even close with you.
Okay.
And then the patient's name is.
Give me one second. I'm gonna get.
Remember, he didn't want to look up the patient's name. This is the nurse doing her job, doing the correct job. He's like, oh, I can look it up if you want me to. You're calling 911 after she's calling. You didn't even give a fuck to call. You see her calling, so now you're calling because you want to save your job, Nathan Patterson. And then when she's calling, she's doing the thing and she's going to look up his file. You were so lazy, you wouldn't even do that. You're calling 911 and you didn't even want to look up the information they're asking you. You're calling them for help, but they need his information and you won't even provide it to him. I could look it up if you want me to. What the fuck is that? Look at her. Look at the nurse.
That for me, okay? Just give me 1 second. I don't want you to have to repeat yourself.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this.
Her reaction is valid.
All right, do you know how old he is?
I'm looking right now in his file. Give me 1 second. His name is, hold on. His name is Joseph Felz.
She had to look up his name. Dude knew his name, his middle name, all this stuff. He was only there for fucking 24, not even 24 hours, but he knew his name, but didn't care to look at it, didn't want to go pick up his file when he's making the call, knew his name. The nurse didn't know his name. And she went to go look at his file to do the right information. Now listen.
Okay.
She gets upset with this guy. Just listen. This is how the reaction you should be having when you find something that just ain't right. Listen to her. And thank you, Clarinet. I wish I could just talk.
Sir, do you have an ETA on a certain?
Do you have an ETA? They're not there yet.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming from the
But you
closest
don't even know
available.
how long he's been. He's in the wood, like literally in the woods.
Like she gets upset with them.
Okay, so
Like,
he's in the woods.
she gets upset with them. She's like, you don't know how long he's been out there. Do you have an ETA? He's like in the woods.
Where at? Like how far behind the facility?
If you come here, I can show you directly out. Like,
So do you have an ETA? And she says, if you come here. So who the hell is Nathan talking to around the body?
beyond all help.
Here that had committed suicide. It had to have been a few hours ago, but I'm looking at it right now. He's hanging in a tree.
Not only that, this is the reason Brian didn't post this 911 phone call. He didn't. Joe Felz friend that's trying to cover all this up didn't post this on purpose.
Okay, so you think he's beyond all help?
He's dead. I just walked over there. I just ran over there.
I didn't even hold on. Look,
I just walked over there.
I just walked over there. Something happened, right? You did one thing.
I just ran over there.
I walked over there. I just ran over there. So you already did that. The nurse is calling the police. She didn't even run over there. She sees about she's calling. You didn't even pick up the phone because we hear you giving the call, the beginning of your call on hers. And hers is way longer. We hear each other. We hear each other on the calls. Anyway, so she calls. He waits. And then says, I just walked over there. I just ran over there. One of those things are true. You didn't just walk over there and then just run over there. You heard what you said and it wasn't good enough. You're freaking out at this moment because now you're trying to save yourself, Nathan. And I can see it because you didn't call the police. You saw him 20 minutes prior. You didn't call the police. Nurse comes in, shows up, freaks out. And you're like, oh, fuck it. Fuck, the cover's fucked. And she's calling, so you have to call. So let's play that part again.
Beyond all help.
He's dead. I just walked over there.
I just walked over there, didn't call, waited till the nurse show up 20 minutes later to call.
I just ran over there.
Now you're lying. My people what? And it cuts out. He puts himself on mute.
There.
Your people what? Just wait. Just wait.
What is your first and last name?
Nathan Patterson. Hey, pull all the way around.
And she says, after he says that, you can hear her say at the end of his phone call, if you come here, I'll show you where it's at. And on her phone call, like 10 seconds before saying that, she goes, do you have an ETA? Because they're not there. So who is Nathan talking to?
All the way around.
All right, and is there a room number or something like that he's in?
No, he's, I think 1B. He was up there, but he's not inside, he's outside.
So you know what room he was in. He obviously wasn't in it all night. How would you know he was in 1B? How would you know that? And then also not even do your checks at night to make sure people were in past curfew.
Outside?
He is outside in a tree.
Really? He's not in 1B. He's outside in the tree. You literally said he's probably been out here for a couple hours. So what are you doing at your job, Nathan? What the fuck are you doing? And guess what? This is a 911 phone call they did not want you to have.
Okay, I'm just updating him real quick, okay?
Brian, the people investigating Joe Felz, they only released one of the phone calls. Here's the other one. And what's all wrong with it?
Walk down there. We got somebody killed himself. Get over there.
Who are you talking to? Hop down there? What do you mean? Hop off the porch and do what?
Get over there.
Why? Are you setting up a scene before the police get there to make it look like you're not touching the body? Get away from it?
Okay. They've already been notified and we've received additional calls, okay? What is your first and last name?
Nathan Patterson.
If you come here,
They're not there. I can show you directly where it's at.
Okay, do you have his first and last name?
His name is Joseph Felz. It's F-E-L-Z.
And listen to this shit.
Do you know his date of birth by any chance?
I don't. I have. I mean,
Okay.
if you want me to look it up, I can.
What the hell? You called them for help. And you can't even get the information that they need. If you want me to look it up, I can. What, isn't it funny? The nurse you're sitting right next to pulled out his file and is looking at it. If you want me to look it up, I can. You lazy piece of shit.
No, that's fine. I just didn't know if you had it with you.
So I'm going to end this live and start over and get some more people to listen to this. Please go watch